It's now officially autumn, and that means the presidential campaign is shifted into high gear. And for the Republican Party, trying to elect Donald Trump, that means pulling out every dirty trick in the book. Of course, there are the standard voter suppression, intimidation, and misinformation, making up fantasy stories about Venezuelan gangs and Haitians eating cats, and of course, lying about the Democratic candidate. But in the age of social media and AI, it also means doctoring footage of Kamala Harris to make her look bad. We're going to show the latest manipulated video of Kamala Harris, but first, can we just take a second to acknowledge that the starkest contrast in this whole election is that Democrats do not have to manipulate footage of Trump one bit to make him look like a deranged and demented sociopath. All they have to do is pull the clips that are out there. Let's take a quick listen of Drumpf talking about the Jewish vote.
Put it to you very simply and gently, I really haven't been treated right, but you haven't been treated right because you're putting yourself in great danger, and the United States hasn't been treated right. So if I don't win this election, and I've been very good, you know, they say Trump's been right about everything. I've been right about a lot of things. Even Ted will admit that. I've been right about a lot of things that a lot of people said, no, that won't happen, but a lot of bad things happened, and some good things I've been right about, too. And I only want to be, so I'm not going to call this as a prediction, but in my opinion, the Jewish people would have a lot to do with a loss if I'm at 40%. If I'm at 4%, think of it, that means 60% are voting for Kamala, who in particular is a bad Democrat.
Or how about defending his mass deportation program?
Now I'm going to do the big deportation, the biggest ever. Eisenhower did the biggest. This would be bigger. But it's a very tough thing. What they've done to our country is unthinkable, that they could do this. And so many other things. I mean, going to New York, the kids can't have Little League games anymore. It sounds so trivial, right?
Why?
Because the migrants are living in the fields. They have all tents, unless you want to play around the tent. Because, you know, the radical left is going to start saying, oh,
Absolutely.
look. So you'll get rid of 10 really bad ones. And one, you know, beautiful mother who they think is guilty of something, and maybe she is, maybe. And it'll become a story. Or a family that's a good family and came in wrong, and, you know, they're going to show it. Then it's going to always be tough. It's not going to be easy. And we have to use a lot of good judgment. But the way you get rid of them is the local police.
So faced with this kind of lunacy, right-wing social media group Libs of TikTok is now spreading a doctored video of Kamala Harris where the speed is slowed down to 80% of normal in order to make her look drunk. Watch the clip and then watch the comparison at normal speed.
Trump and his running mate, and they'll talk about, oh, well, yeah, but I do believe in the exception to save the mother's life. Okay, all right, let's break that down, shall we? Let's break that down. Let's break that down. Action, you know, Trump and his running mate, and they'll talk about, oh, well, yeah, but I do believe in the exception to save the mother's life. Okay, all right, let's break that down, shall we? Let's break that down. Let's break that down. So we're saying that we're going to create public policy. Trump and his running mate, and they'll talk about, oh, yeah, but I do believe in the exception. I do believe in to save the mother's life. To save the mother's life. All right, let's break that down, shall we? All right, let's break that down, shall we? Let's break that down. Let's break that down. So let's break that down. We're saying that we're going to create public policy, you know, that says that a doctor, a healthcare provider, will only kick in to give the care that somebody needs if they're about to die. Think about what we are saying right now. You're saying that good policy, logical policy, moral policy, humane policy is about saying that a healthcare provider will only start providing that care when you're about to die?
Is there a law against
No, not asking why. I'm just asking your
So, yeah, this right wing group is pathetic in their willingness to lie and manipulate in order for their lunatic candidate to win. But what's even more pathetic is that they know they're going to get caught and they don't care. Because the overall strategy here isn't to hit a home run. Heck, their strategy isn't even to get on base. In other words, convince a few voters here and there that Kamala is bad and then vote for Trump. Make no mistake about it, this group is working in concert with the Trump campaign and other far right groups, and the main goal here is to throw enough mud to inundate the information stream with enough dirt that it lowers motivation for voters to turn out, especially independent voters. They want people to be disgusted with the process, even their process, as long as it lowers motivation. They want low numbers so that they can get within a close enough range to cheat. As I speak, the Republican Party is putting enormous pressure on the Nebraska legislature to change how they choose electors from an apportionment model to a winner-take-all model. And that is nothing compared to the shenanigans that are going on in Georgia with vote counting. The only way they can win is by cheating, and the only way they can cheat is with a tight race. Democrats must keep working hard, turning out the vote. They must remain inspired and motivated and reaching out to get others to vote. A blue tsunami in November has got to be the goal, and we have to work hard to make it happen. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.